And I say good news for him because he won't have the pressure of having to start games. I really don't mean that as to these mistakes, he needs to be benched immediately, which also brings me to the question of where you draw the line here. But Shaq, the good news is that he's going to have someone like Navas to help him through these trying times.
And mistakes aside, you don't get the benefit of the doubt at 17 years old if there isn't something there to work with.
Right.
And it's a tough position. It's a tough position to learn, and you learn by making mistakes. So this would affect Parra in ways that are difficult to explain, certainly with a 17-year-old. Then you have someone like Keylor Navas coming in, and his career, who understands making mistakes and understands
at the highest level.
At the highest level. I don't want to say the value of it, but understands how you work your way past those mistakes. And being able to be that player of experience, to share that knowledge with a young, clearly talented goalkeeper. Again, mistakes aside, you do not get the nod at 17 if you do not have raw talent to work with. I think it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful for him.
Pumas have let this child down.
Yeah.
They really have. A little bit of context here is Pumas were in a situation where about a year ago, they let the starting goalkeeper and the backup goalkeeper go because they got in a fight together after a game. They're both gone. Padilla comes in from Atletico Bilbao.
Yep.
He's a player who had like 3-4 games in the Spanish First Division because there was 3 injuries and he got an opportunity to play. He comes in and he proved that he wasn't ready to be the guy. He leaves. The backup goalkeeper they had gets injured. So now you have a kid who is not ready to be in the show. He's not ready.
Third string at best.
And you throw him out there.
Yeah.
He's number 256.
Yeah.
There's 3 digits on his back.
Yeah.
And you throw him out there against Santos, and albeit Santos has had a rough couple years, but it's a very complicated place to play.
At this point.
It's a very complicated place to play, and he has the first air. And you see the reaction of people and his colleagues and the players and how they go and hug him afterwards because the kid is crying and he has to hear pundits saying, stop crying. You know, he's got to be in the public light while he's not ready and get ready for his next game. And it blows up in his face again. They always say in Mexico that they don't give young players a chance.
Which is true.
Give them a chance when they're ready. Because this is detrimental to Parra's development. If Keylor Navas comes in, gets his pass, and plays, we're not going to see Rodrigo Parra probably, hopefully, somewhere down the line in the near future. He's only 17 years of age.
Yeah.
But chances are, sometime from now, years from now, when we hear Rodrigo Parra, oh, that's that kid that played then, and that's going to be his claim to fame because they have let him down. It's not an easy league to debut in, and it's not an easy league to maintain yourself in. They've let him down, and to me, that's criminal.
Well, first, kudos to Pumas by signing Keylor Navas.
Right.
He's the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF's history, so kudos to Pumas and to Liga MX.
After Shaka has left.
No. I agree with you fully there.
Now, let's talk about Parra. I'm okay with him making mistakes. It's part of the game, especially if you are 17 years old. But the problem I have is how he reacted after making those mistakes. In the first game against Santos, he was crying. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but in soccer, if you are a professional player and your opponents, they see you crying, they see that as a sign of weakness. Herc mentioned it. Tuca Ferretti, one of the best coaches in the history of Liga MX, he was on national television saying, he's a crying kid, stop crying. And that's how people will perceive you if you do that. I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Can I just really quickly?
Yeah.
He's one of the best coaches in Liga MX's history. He's not one of the best pundits in Liga MX's history. And I think that's something I was very against what he said. This is, and I go back, I have no problem. I'm 17 years old. I get a chance to play, and it blows up in my face. I am crying immediately as well.
He's 17.
You are devastated, Shaq. You are devastated. So I don't hold that against him. I really think those around him, Pumas in general, and you know this, Jose, Pumas has been a dumpster fire for quite some time. They've let him down.
They did.
If we don't hear from him in the next 10 years, you're not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
Also, let me say, from a coaching perspective, or a goalkeeping coaching perspective, if after that first game he makes a mistake, my instructions to him in the second game are, don't take any chances. Ball comes back to you,
Right.
kick it long.
Right.
Don't take a touch. Cross comes over, stay on your, unless you're absolutely sure you're getting it, stay on your line. You know, we have big defenders there, let them deal with it. So you tell him to play within himself, and you play and then you play out of that. But to have him go into that second game and still taking a touch under pressure says to me that the coaches neglected their responsibility to that. And again, I'll say it, 17-year-old.
Yep.
You know, and kind of given the way the game has gone, you feel that everybody's telling goalkeepers play out from the back. This is one of those circumstances where you say to the goalkeeper, just go along with it. Just don't take any chances. Go along with it. We'll deal with it.
As simple as you can.
Exactly. And
play simple,
and play away. And so for me, the club and the coaching failed this kid.